Kamangunenyu ale hibaibai eng olda tugul ole mitei ako atochin eng tetutiet noton nebo Kass Mashinani nebo rani komut kasi tarik 29 arawetab 11 kenyitab 2024 nomite tuwai eng betutab rani kwane Bernard Tanui ara itagat ole eng tetutietab Kass Mashinani ketobeni akobo tuguk chetesetai eng emet ole kinyoru sirikchok chebo logoiwek eng komoswek cheterter chebo emoni asikobit kokonech logoiwek kotinygei ak tuguk chetesetai eng komoswek chemitei ichek. Kongetaune kebeberta nebo Mombasa ole kakokoito kurset kibagengeitab sipitalishek chemite komoswek chebo gaa nebo Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya RUPA koityi serikali kotyokchi icheket rabinik eng chokchinet asimatelelso boisionik eng sipitalishek kwai. Kondochin nebo ng'echeret Dr. Brian Lishenga komwa kibagengeit kole akot ingandan komwa kibagengeitab Social Health Authority noto ko SHA kole kokityokchi sipitalishek bilion 3.7 kokokotach sipitalishek choto chebo Rural and Urban Private Hospitals Association of Kenya RUPA silingishek bilion 1.3 ole nyolu kityakta cheng'etunotin eng chokchinet. Kong'ololjin sirikab logoiwek eng Mombasa komwa Dr. Lishenga kole bune kewelutik cheechen sipitalishek choto kosubkei netomo kikochi rabinik tugul ole kasom serikali kotyakta rabinik chotok eng chokchinet. Akot kounotok ko kanerekchi Dr. Lishenga kakwautiet nekoib serikalitab Mombasa kotes rabinik chebo license eng mwaet kole ibchin notok konyor kaimutik cheechen sipitalishekab private chemite county noto bo Mombasa.
We are supporting transition from NHIF to SHA, but addressing the Social Health Authority. You cannot say today you have released 3.7 billion shillings and you announce it in the press, and then providers are waiting 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. Even today, the money that was announced that has been released, only about 1.3 billion has arrived. You create a false perception that money is circulating, and yet healthcare providers to this day are unable to provide care because no money is circulating. What we are urging the government, please let us stop the public relation gimmicks. You do not need to announce you have paid us. When you pay us, the services themselves will announce to the Kenyan people that facilities have been paid. The second issue on Social Health Authority is patients who want surgeries are suffering right now for the last 3 days because pre-authorizations are not going through. And the general public is wondering, are hospitals sabotaging the government? The answer is no. So we are urging those who are developing the health information exchange system, the SHA portal, please, we need a portal that is stable immediately because we are more than eager to offer services to the Kenyan people. We categorically reject the unlawful demands for single business permit fees to be paid in Mombasa, and we call for immediate cessation of harassment and intimidation of healthcare providers. Number 2, we remind Mombasa County and all other counties that are levying these permits, these fees on healthcare providers, that there is a binding court order in place, and we caution them that any further attempts to enforce these demands on healthcare providers will attract contempt of court proceedings. Number 3, we urge the county of Mombasa specifically because there's been a lot of harassment here. We urge that this county to respect the rule of law and to engage in constructive dialogue with healthcare providers. If there is anything that must be upheld in this Republic of Kenya, is public participation. You cannot come up with a fee on a level 4 hospital ambayo ni kidogo, you say 700,000 per year. That fee will be transferred to the common mwananchi. It is just logical. If you charge a level 2 dispensary 200,000 single business permit, it will be transferred to an orphan, an elderly person, and a vulnerable person. So we are asking the county government of Mombasa and all counties that are levying these unconstitutional, unlawful fees to cease immediately.
I'm the chair, Mombasa, RUFA. The goods are being impounded by the county government. You can imagine a doctor is arrested from his hospital, handicapped, pushed to the lorry and taken to the cell. Perhaps it's a weekend, leaving the patient suffering. That is very painful to the patients and even to the employees of the hospital. So we private hospital owners, we provide 80% of services in this county and in the country. So we are not stakeholders who can just be wished away. We provide 80%. So if we provide 80% of the services, surely it is in the interest of the President of Kenya and the governor. By the fact that health is a devolved function, he should actually involve us and call us to dialogue, because I think it's in the interest of the President and the governor that universal health care succeeds. But if we are being harassed, if exorbitant fees as much as 700,000 are levied upon us, and I think everybody is aware that the country, businessmen are having a lot of problems. So when you levy us 700,000, 300,000, 90,000 or something like that, are you intending for health to succeed or to fail? Most of our members have ended up closing facilities because of the problems they are undergoing. Most of members have got loans, and so they are not able to service the loans. So we are actually having a lot of problems because of the county.
Ngebe agoi kotab tuyoshek nebo KICC ole nguno ko ng'ololindetab serikali Isaac Mwaura ole ng'ololen tuguk cheterter chetesetai eng serikali ako unoto ko ngebe eng oretab agenge agoi KICC asikenyoru Isaac Mwaura kong'ololjini sirikab logoiwek.
Badala tuweze kuzungumziana ili tuweze kupasisha hii sheria, ndiposa tunapoelekea mwakani tuwe watu ambao wako pamoja kama nchi. Wengine wangesema itakuwaje, lakini tunajaribu pia.
Ketesetai ko asikewektage kenyoru Isaac Mwaura ko ng'ololjin sirikab logoiwek eng KICC ko ngeker logoiwek chetinye ak labatet noton nebo chepsaita cross country nekiyoe eng tarik 7 arawani ole tesetai komie tetutik chetokchingei labatetab kenyini nebo chepsaita cross country nekiyoe eng Jumamos eng weekend nenyone. Nitok ko kosubkei ak patron nebo labatanata Farouk Kibet nekamwa kole nekit kosulda boisionik tugul eng kebeberata bo chepsaita ole kacher biikab emet komongkei eng chongindo ole mitei kora tetutik cheboto medical camp. Kong'ololjini anan kong'ololi eng tetutiet nebo lene emet eng Kass FM kokamwa Farouk kole tokyin nenyi ko kotoret eng kanaptaetab somanet ak tililindo koboisie labatanata bo chepsaita cross country eng mwaet kole matindoi tokyinet age tugul nebo polotet.
Mi ng'oliotab medical camp nekaimwa ile korok komagat imi komie kiafya chi angen ale nyiwek eng biik che passionate akobo afya ng'alek chebo gym ak ne ne nekikonin ibwan ng'oliotab medical camp noton nekiyoe eng olimbo chepsaita.
Kongoi boss, ingen ile ng'alekab afya ko yotok sobetab kimugulmet chi age tugul nemi emoni ko tomeche kobaibait akot ngomanyor chepkondok chekende lolet ako tinye afya nekararan komie. Mi kamuget neo kele biikab gaa komatanyoru kanyoiset neinet. Mi biikab gaa cheamineni kole Panadol ko kerichot. Mi biikab gaa cheamineni kole nurse ko daktari. You know, ako mi mionwogik cheterchin chekere chito. Mi chito akot neteko kobalege lakin skuru. You know, and this is the practical things chemi. Miyo kama kotinye chito au mi chito neteke ngomi kotomono kote mi chito netonyo ko robi moet kulion kuleje no maya you know ngalecho kikororon kibo keny kororon kabisa lakini makobo kasari kimache maketab chitugul ngonyor kit nekararan kuyo kakamwa kenyini ketinye setup nebo medical nekiyoe tarik 2 ngete saa 2 kochang tuguk mi mionwogik kabinyoru chito kotinye syphilis lakini kumengen maelewani amu tomo konyor kicher korotik sekepiman sekenai kele kalya ngabinyoru chito kasir kele ngepial kityo en haraka cho amane kole tos antibiotic mi antibiotic mingen korok chito kole mi kerichekab antibiotic kongomenai kora kotiboisie itakudhuru you know koko kibwat kele kai nyakacheng kora choronok choto ba Safaricom kora lechi ngokoyano onameje uti ustoiwe kora mi kiune tekekere kele tomo koiteta ngolyotab kanyoiset mie kechekil bichu singenyor chito kotinye mogonjwet nekakosir Panadol kemwochi ngiyot kele kasanyo ngeta nyon ing yu tau kanyoiset kuni boringungeni komeche ni binyoru specialized prisa akot ngalekab chepyosok komeche kemwochi ngot chepyosok komeche kemwochi kelejin chepyosok mi chepyosok chetokoboisie kitambaet ing betusiek kwak chobo arawek boisie tugul sponge anan ukuren matresit amesa chepyosok chot it is because one matinye two kutinye kole paroinda you know tugun chechang mawazo kokona le mie makijweka amat kiweke mwa so kumyaketo biik chok lagok alak komong sukul because of 3-4 days of run ole mawendi sukul amu mami sikikuchi kaitak chekoba kaa ko ngalechoto tugul ngomakiyai aketet kele nyokotetanum ko ngo noto kikure anum chitugul kotinye kainet inye noto it's a priority I not komyeit konai community konya mekosani biik 3-4 chekinoe akot ing screen kele chichi kata bortanyi kuni lakini mi kanyoiset nerong ekere kimit kitinye taktarishek chakure quacks korotwek cheyach chemeche rabia kakomisliten biik kakwalda akot chito age mbaret amu manyor the right treatment kokokimeche kepiken from there koek big awareness kimeche kora keboisie this forum nep tarik 2 kemwochi ngalekab shaini kakoit nekakomach kiberbere biik tuguk chekororon chebo serikali mami serikalit mami namwaun ama haki nenyu amwa tuguk chenyokobore biik haki nenyu kemwochi biikab Kalenjin indoi biik alake chekokoregistan ngiwe Nyeri kuna registan chengom chemi barak otinye statistic nyekelecho ako chemwoiwechi ko wapinsani chebo serikali ameche asom biikab Kalenjin miondo oib koek priority netai akot yo memioni iyai tuguk cherait chetoretin matai kakimwa kele registration ko free uibi register lagokuk akiib shai not amu ngitinye denitab 1 million mi ngono nelipani 1 million sai you know mbaret kata chekeoldoi asikomi chito nemi kokwet nekakoro mbaret komi biik alake chekomi NHIF chetinye bichu missing chu kasikopingani ngalekab SHA ko chetinye private hospitals akifaidikane ngalekab NHIF kamameche amwa
ko noto ko patron nebo labatetab chepsaita cross country Faruk Kibet kong'ololjini ketesetab Kass FM kotinygei ak panganutik chetokchingei labatanatak kiyoe eng tarik 7 arawetab 12 eng kebeberta nebo chepsaita eng Uasin Gishu. Kou ole kamwaun eng tai ko tesetai ng'ololindetab serikali Isaac Mwaura kokonu ng'alalet eng ofisinyi nemite KICC ole ng'ololen tetutik cheterter ko ngewege asikeipchi kekas kele mwoe ne.
23 ambayo ilitiwa sahihi na Mheshimiwa Rais tarehe watu usikae pale. Kama wewe unasimamia hospitali ya level 4, jisajili kwa SHA ndiposa uweze kuwahudumia Wakenya, na tutaendelea kuhakikisha kwamba mfumo huu wote unaendelea vizuri. Ningependa kuwarai madaktari wetu wasiingie katika mgomo kwa sababu ya wale intern doctors, kwamba waweze kuhakikisha kwamba tunazungumziana. Najua kuna mambo yamekuwa pale, watalipwa shilingi 206, je, shilingi 48 ama 70 kulingana na mapendekezo.
Ko kisome nyoetab kat akobo sautit nemakararan eng ng'alaletab Isaac Mwaura kobate kilititi asikekas kele mwoe ne. Ko ngetestai ak tetutietab Kass Mashinani ole kibendoi county nebo Kericho ole makat eng biikab emet komongei akokon baornatet kotinygei ak yautik chebo kanyaliletab kwonyik ak tibiik chekokotestai keborionji eng emet ole kokobit kora yautik chebo baretab kwonyik ak tibiik ole makat komongei biik akokon baornatet asikobit imanda eng biik chekakitokyi yautik chotok bitu nito anan kobit nito eng tuiyetab kanaisietab biikab emet akobo betusiek 16 chebo kirindaetab yautik chotok chebo kanyaliletab kwonyik ak tibiik noton naat missing ko gender based violence GBV ole kotauge betusiek 16 chekikitaban asikeboisie eng kirindaetab yautik chotok. Ko ngenyoru report notok eng koindo kobun sirindenyo eng kebeberta nebo Kericho Robert Siele.
Kong'ololjin ketishoni kasarta nekaindochi kapkirwok nebo Kericho en kibagenge ak stakeholders cheterter cheboto ofisitab county MP nebo Kericho kanetisiet akobo kanyaliletab kwonyik ak lakwet ne chepto, komwa kirwokindet neo en kapkirwok nebo Kericho Giles Opolutsa kole tokobunu uinwek kapkirwok en nyorunetab baornatet neyamat kotinygei ak yautik cheu choton.
Kama kesi imefika kotini, utapata kama siku ya kusikizwa kesi mashahidi hawaji, ama kama mashahidi watakuja utapata ile files za polisi haziletwi, ama mawakili hawafiki, ama utapata kama wote wako tayari lakini kuna exhibits bado hazikuletwa kotini, na inabidi sasa kesi haizi endelea kwa sababu lazima kila kitu iwe tayari ndio kesi ishughulikiwe.
Kosubkei ak kirwokindet nebo kapkirwok en kasartab kenyit agenge nekosirto konyor kapkirwok yautik cheite 120 chebo kanyaliletab kwonyik ak murenik ak lagok en county noton.
Fikia saa hii tumeandikisha karibu kesi 120 kuanzia mwanzo wa mwaka. Ile kesi wale wamenajisiwa ama wamebakwa, na tumejaribu vile tunaweza kuzimaliza katika ile hali ya haraka, na tuwezi sema kuna ile labda kesi imekawia zaidi ya miaka 2. Na hata hivyo, kando na hizi za jinsia, kuna kesi zingine pia za dhulma katika familia. Utapata bwana anapiga bibi, utapata ndugu anapiga dada. Pia kuna kesi mabibi huwa wanapiga bwana zao, na tunazipata hizo kesi.
Kaesha Opolutsa kakwautietab alak en biikab emet cheboisien ortinwekab ng'alalet en gaa kenyochigei kat en kanyaliletab lagok en kamwa kole manyolu noton.
Huwa tunapata kesi kama hizo, watu wanafika kotini alafu mshahidi anakataa kuongea, anasema hii kesi tuliketi nyumbani na tumemaliza na wazee nyumbani. Lakini kama kesi inahusu mtoto, kisheria kesi kama hiyo haiwezi kuongelewa nyumbani na ikamalizwa huko.
Kosubkei ak okiliot Frida Chausiku ak okiliot neo en county nebo Kericho anan county AG Gideon Mutai kobo kamanut keboisien kibagenge asikekirinda yautik chebo kanyalilet en oret age tugul.
So en ele kimure nguni ko chang kabisa kesisiek choton. Niton kakibwoni reu raini asiketebengei kele tos ne neyoe kesisiek chubo gender based violence kotesak en Kericho county ninyonet. So kakomwa stakeholders chechang kasit noton neyoe kong'eten community paka paralegals paka police station akebwa paka judiciary anan kotini. Kotoretito ano biik kotini en ng'alechuton chebo gender based violence.
Ko en Kericho county kondochin gavana nenyon ko koketet ng'atutiet nekikuren Kericho county gender based violence bill. ko noton ko netoreti victim chebo gender based violence. O kit nekitokyinigei en sheria ni kemoche kechop recovery center en sub county age tugul.
En komostanyin komwa Patrick Cheruyot kobun ofisitab county MP nebo Kericho kole tesetai ofisitab county MP noton en ripsetab imandab biik en county noton asikebaorionji kalyet ak atebet nekararan.
As an office ko keborchinigei keker kele kanyor imandanywan tibik ak chepyosok ak chi age tugul ne kanyor kokakius en ngalekab kijinsia. Kemoche kewei kongoi missing en support nekonech the various stakeholders ako kakemuch kora kemwa problems chekibune ana kewelutik chekibune.
Ujumbe ni kwamba tushughulikie hizi makesi kuanzia mashinani, tusione kitu inaendelea na tunakosa kuripoti, na tunashukuru sana wale wazee wa mtaa machiefs kwa sababu huwa wanapata hiyo information na wanazileta katika polisi na inashughulikiwa vilivyo.
Kongeten county nebo Kericho, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Robert Siele.
Ngotakewege agoi kotab tuyoshek nebo KICC ole katesetai kokonu ng'alalet ng'ololindetab serikali Isaac Mwaura kotinygei ak tuguk cheterter kongewege kekas agobo ng'alalenyi.
Bridging the financial gap. So what are these amendments? We have 4 of them. We have the Tax Laws Amendment Bill 2024, the Tax Procedure Amendment Bill 2024, the Public Finance Management Amendment number 3 Bill of 2024, the Public Finance Amendment number 4 Bill of 2024, which have been drafted pursuant to Article 174 and 232 of the Constitution. As you know very well, Article 232 is about principles of public service and governance. These bills have been subjected to public participation where members of the public have submitted their views on the proposals. Additionally, the National Treasury has initiated a myriad of policy changes in response to the submission. Them smooth funding of county governments where the finalization of the Division of Revenue and the County Allocation Revenue Bill are delayed. Proposed Business Law Amendment Bill 2024, likewise, following varied public participation exercise that were conducted between 13th to 17th of September 2024, the Ministry of Trade, Investment and Industry, we call it MITI, has issued a notice of intent to submit the Business Laws Amendment Bill 2024 to the National Assembly. The bill is aimed at, amongst other measures, improving consumer protection and fair trade, attracting incentives, and de-risking foreign and local private investment across sectors, fostering structured commodity trade and easing of the costs associated with the domestic trade. The proposed amendments to the Business Law Amendment Bill 2024 include amendment of the Investment Promotion Act to provide for the accreditation of persons who facilitate foreign direct investment by the Kenya Investment Authority, so that we know who is actually doing that facilitation. This will protect investors and their investments by setting standards for investment promotion and facilitation. Amendment of Section 6 of the Business Laws Amendment Act to provide for the registration of foreign investments by the Kenya Investment Authority. The amendment will also facilitate the issuance of investment certificates and the fast tracking of varied benefits comprising incentives and exemptions. Introduction of new sections that will, amongst other objectives, enhance collaboration between the Kenya Investment Authority and other public institutions for ease of doing business, and also give Kenya Investment Authority the mandate to maintain a registrar of manufacturers for evidence-based targeted investor promotion policy decision-making and monitoring and evaluation. Further, amendment of Section 12 of the Standards Act, Cap 496, to address the inadequate traceability, that is chain of custody, for products in the market and to enhance safety and quality compliance with Kenyan standards. We also join in the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, GBV, which began on November 25th, 2024, and the government reiterates its unwavering stance and commitment against the vice and condemns any form of violence against women, girls, and even men. because we are also seeing men are also being targeted, because gender also means both men and women. Globally, a woman is killed every 10 minutes, with Kenya reporting 150 femicide cases last year alone. The recent escalation of GBV cases in Kenya is disturbing, to say the least, with about 97 incidents, reported in the last 3 months alone. These alarming figures highlight the increasing risks of women's safety, not just in their homes, but at their workplace. The government remains committed to addressing GBV and to promoting gender inclusion in our society. Our focus is on ensuring women's safety, empowerment, and equal representation in leadership roles as a crucial step towards attainment of the 2/3 gender rule. We urge all Kenyans to actively participate in creating a safe environment, free for all citizens. Let us demonstrate solidarity against harmful practices and ensure that our families are safe at home and at the workplace. Together, we can make a significant impact if we speak up and act to ensure that laws against GBV are actually implemented, and that no girl born today will have any form of discrimination as a result of gender-based violence or stereotypes that continue to affect our society going forward. So we really condemn any form of this kind of behavior amongst men and women, and call upon the society to really embrace this clarion call by the government to ensure that all goes well. On social health authority and the attendant issues, as we know, SHA or Taifa Care, we as government have already given an instruction to ensure that all level 4s can also deal with the mandate of primary health care that is within the mandate, or it is a preserve of levels 2 and 3s, because we realize there's a lot of challenge there. And we ask level 4 hospitals to really register so that we have Kenyans benefiting, because the level 2s and 3s are overwhelmed. We also want to say in a nutshell that all of the 1,800 staff under NHIF have been transitioned to the Public Service Commission. They are going to be assessed for the next 6 months in terms of suitability. Some will be retained on permanent pensionable basis, while the others will transition to other government institutions. But nobody is going to lose their job unfairly. Also, it's good to state that we remain committed to paying off the debts, and already this week we have been able to settle 3.7 billion, 1.25 billion for pending NHIF claims, 1.1 billion for Linda Mama, and 1.35 billion for SHA capitation payments. We are settling the October dues, as the President said, and so therefore we are due on course to ensuring that all that which we have promised is in good stead. We also, once again, want to say that we celebrate 20 years of inclusion of persons with disabilities in governance, and there are a lot of gains that have been made today. As we speak, quite a number of persons with disabilities have been registered formally by the government. We have had cash transfers now to persons with disabilities, severe disabilities, from 10 per constituency to the current number of about 61,000, and we aim at about 100,000 and making it universal. We have a very robust program of the albinism support program that helps people with albinism to get sunscreen lotions, healthcare, skin cancer treatment, eye care services. We have a new program of autism that is even actually giving diapers and support to those with developmental disabilities. And that's a new program, I guess 100 million that we put into that. We've also been able to ensure that we provided assistive devices and appointments of people with disabilities to higher echelons of leadership, like PSS. Members of parliament have been there, elected and nominated, I being one of them, and even MCs and all of that. So there's a lot that has happened as we celebrate that. Also moving forward to the issues of education, to say that we thank God that the issue of universities is still being sorted. As I have said before, we've been able to give out over 41 billion shillings since 2023 to universities, and we are trying to resolve the issue of more university. We are urging our lecturers, saying thank you for those that have called off the strike, and those that are still not in school, please, let's go back. The same case with the doctors. Please, let's not strike because of the intern doctors. We plead with you that we talk and settle this matter that's still also in court, the issue of intern doctors. I know there is concern about the one, intern, in Kiambu, but we pray that we may be able to find a lasting solution. And also, just to address the issue of the various livestock, bills that are proposing in terms of regulation, in terms of, registering the various, your livestock. It's important because we have invested heavily. We now have the insurance for the animals there. You have the insurance. We have the issue of ensuring that we have vaccination, over 22 million of them. The aim is basically to ensure that we do not have a situation where we don't know what we are dealing with, because it's quite tricky. And at the same time, you can see because of these policies, now even our dairy production has gone up to about 5.2 billion liters of milk from 4.6 billion, and there's a 13% increase in terms of the pricing from 37 shillings per liter at new KCC to about 49.50 thereabout. So we just know that it is possible to ensure that this livestock value chain is really, really enhanced. Is one of the things that we've agreed with the World Bank through a very good loan that we have for about 29 counties. So that is something that we need to look out for going forward. The same way we are also calling upon Kenyans to actually know that indeed, yes, we have actually terminated the Adani contracts. And John Badu, the CS for Finance, has made that statement very clear in Parliament. And we call upon Kenyans to give alternatives to energy and airport building and see what is that we can do, because we have to move forward. But PPPs are here to stay because that's why we also want to deploy them in the water sector to ensure that we do not delay our own development. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are making good progress. We have a great country. We continue to be committed. And let us not waver and foster our growth and development in the spirit of nationhood and patriotism. Kenya itainuka, Kenya itasimama, Kenya itanawiri kwa umoja na uzalendo. Mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Je, wewe?
Hata mimi ni Mkenya mzalendo. Basi shukrani sana daktari kwa usemi huo kuonyesha
ng'ololindetab serikali Isaac Mwaura kowang'unote ng'alalenyi eng sirikab logoiwek ole kakong'alale tuguk cheterter cheboto walutiet netesetai kocheng'e serikali kotinygei ak strike noto komwa kokon kamuiset kole bendi strike konyoik anan daktariek choto chebo KMPDU ole kaikoito kurset Mwaura eng icheket komuita eng kasarta netesetai chengsetab walutiet akobo magutikwai. Kakong'alale kora akobo tetutik chetesetai eng serikali cheboto katyaktaetab rabinik choto koityi sipitalishek chekiyoksei eng kibengeit noto nebo NHIF. Ole eng nguno ko kakomwa kole tesetai kibengeitab Social Health Authority kolipani denishek choto kitakomi chekimite NHIF choto kiyoksei sipitalishek cheterter. Ole kamwa kole iwang'u serikali lipanetab rabinik chata eng betushek tutugin chemite tai. Kongeba akoi kaunti nebo Nakuru ole kakikoito kurset koityi kapkirwok chebo emoni komat kokochi kerkong'et nemining biik chetinyegei ak kanyalilet ak usetab kwonyik ak tibiik. Kamwa kandoik chebo Nakuru chekamite koboto seneta nebo Kericho ne ine kora ko majority leader eng Senate Aaron Cheruyot kole manyalu kityakta biik chekakimwaitae yautik choto kobate nyalu kikochi kerkong'et neng'wan. Konginyoru report noto ko kobun sirindenyo eng taonitab Nakuru Sylvester Rono.
En igorta nekokitoche basit nebo sukulit nebo Total Technical Vocational Training Center. Kokoimongei kandoik cheterter kochupto yautik choton bo kanyalilet ak baret nekaketokyi kwonyik ne naat ko gender based violence. Kondochin seneta nebo Kericho ne inendet ko majority leader in Senate Aaron Cheruiyot, women rep nebo Nakuru Lisa Chelule kokakimit kandoik choton kole nyolu en kapkirwok nebo emoni kotoret en boriet nekitokyin yautik choton.
Mambo ya domestic violence na hii femicide, mambo ya kupiga kina mama, hiyo mambo mimi nataka kukashifu na tuseme tukatae kabisa. In fact,
kandereki ichek kit nekamwa kole kerkong'et nemiten ng'wony nekikochin kiplelutinik chekotinygei ak yautik choton bo kanyalilet nekitokyin kwonyik ak lagok.
Kwa hivyo we want to challenge the judiciary also, the same way all other arms of government are treating this challenge of femicide and violence against women. Please treat it also with the seriousness that it deserves. We take great exception that many of the violent men, those who are attacking our girls, whenever they are presented before our courts of law, they are released very easily and given very cheap bail to go back and harm more women. In fact,
Kasom women rep Lisa Chelule kobit kakuyetab kei en kwenutab kapchi ak kosom biik chemengindos koboisien oret nebo ng'alalet en kasarta nemiten terchinosiek.
Kidogo akibembelezani hiyo mambo ya vita, wachaneni na kina mama, msipige vita kina mama na msiwaue kina mama. Sisi ni wenu, mtupende.
I want to challenge our women rep. Badala ya maneno mingi, hii mambo ya violence against women sababu imefika level ambayo ni mbaya. Can you bring a proposal to parliament so that we make it an unbailable offense?
Kamiten koratan kandoik chekaboto neki deputy governor en county nebo Nakuru Eric Korir, MPs Alfred Mutai nebo Kuresoi North, nebo Rongai Paul Jebor, MCAs cheterter chekaindochin majority leader en county assembly nebo Nakuru William Mutai en kwenutab kandoik alak.
Kamache amwaun kora, kamache amwaun bosalenjin kitinye umoja, yani ki agenge ako ki agenge ko ki Nakuru county. Kiribe emet komie ako ki boiboi. Echek en Nakuru ko ki siasa chebo Nakuru ko civilized. Amun reu ko mi game nekechezani ne kararan.
Ile tu ni dereva ile utapewa kuendesha hii basi, uchunge hii basi. Usiangushe hii basi, tutaombewe Mungu sana. Kwa sababu tunataka watoto wetu waanguke na basi. Kwa hivyo leo hatuna maneno mengi, tumekuja leo na majority leader Aaron Cheruiyot. Asante sana kwa sababu huyu Aaron Cheruiyot ni mtu anapatikana.
Kong'eten county nebo Nakuru, logoiywekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyun ko Sylvester Rono.
Tesetai koitun tetutiet noton nebo Kass Mashinani kong'ete Kass TV ko ngebe kamung'et kitigin asikewege ketestai ak tetutiet nebo betutab rani.